What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday morning live, season 7, episode 28. Yay! Jason got the microphone working. James Randolph, why are you spamming things? Oh, the number one thing. Got it. You gotta make yourself. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay, well, you can't be here. Well, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here and making sure you're number one before you leave. Who was first according to JBot today? Nate G nailed it. Look at that. Should be is there a, I wonder if there's an option for that. First chatter. So if we have this, command, no. Wonder if I can make that give extra points. Let's see, points. No. Manage. No. All alert points. Yeah, you do. You get an extra 100. You know, those numbers are lame now. You got a subscriber for 100. We got a super chat for 500. Good Lord, we need to raise that. All right, first chatter we'll give 1,000. Subscriber, new subscriber, I guess we'll give 1,000. There we go. Need to fix that. Wait, we can do another one? Let's do another one. Add a point. Second alert type. Well, there's only 3 other options. And I don't know what one of them is, so we're going to throw that away. Get rid of that. All right. And you only get 100 per 10 minutes. How about for this episode we increase it 200? Oh, no, 0. 200 every 10 minutes. Ooh-wee. All right, and then we never did figure out how to do. We got that. Yeah, we have the VIP section. Who all's in the VIP section? Let's see. Okay, sorry. I immediately went into screwing around with the thing mode. All right. A new sub should get 5K. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's pretty hardcore. But I wanted to try to do a new user level. So when you do a new user level, though, it doesn't let you custom group. The subscribers 5,000. We're gonna water down these points, y'all. 5,000, 5,000. First chatter, 1,500. Super chat should get more. Anybody can click a subscribe button, all right? We'll go. Ooh, I'm not even going to tell y'all what I want to. Too many zeros there. All right, let's get assembled. What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. Got distracted by the shiny buttons. You working? I think you are working. Lock force assemble! Yeah, let's use. Oh! Smooth. I accidentally. That's the Y11s, not the M1s. I accidentally knocked over my Windex bottle. What did I accidentally do? Yesterday, I've misplaced an object that I'm going to attempt to find so that I can finish making a key for it. All this is stuff that I should have been doing, but I kind of got tied up screwing around today. So anyway, somewhere here or there, which I don't know why I would have set it over there, but because it's an antique lock, so it should be either here or over there. Like right before I left yesterday, I was holding it in my hand. To make this key for it, and now I've misappropriated it. Like, where in the heck? There's what's her name? Oh, I need to call her and tell her hers is ready. Oh, and that plastic bag's got a split in it. I'm gonna switch this bag out. Bad guy out. Yeah, so I'm kind of concerned about that lock now. It should be sitting literally somewhere within my eyesight, and it's not. Bad bag. What's up, Outlaw? Rune, what's up? Happy Saturday morning to you. Gonna repackage this guy. Gonna repackage this guy. Actually, this is the one that I just did the video on. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, UPS. UPS rolling in the hood today. There's this one. That is awful wobbly, but it's a square base. I may pin that down a little bit. Or put something on it. I've probably used it more than it'll ever be used in its entire life. This is one of those antique cabinets that you keep your china in, so you only open it like once a year. I'm kind of weirded out by the number of people that think that I just do this for the video. We literally have like 4 or 5 locks down here. I'm not all about making antique keys and spending money on the blanks to do it just for video. What's up, Ian? How are you? James Randolph was here and maybe gone by now. Chevy Dude, retired butcher boy, what's up? Good morning to you. Why are my emojis popped up on here? Go away. How do I make that go away? How do I make my... Oh, there it goes. Jimmy Ferrero, what's up? Finley's, good morning to you. Mr. T, what's up? Steven's Eyes, Kurt O, Miko, what's going on? What's up, Ken? I'll call them fair food. Ooh, fair. Weird time of the year for a fair. Pretty hot, isn't it? Like everywhere. What's up, GK, man? No, it scrolled, damn it. Oh, I don't even know where we were. Slots, yeah. What's up, SM? Kevin K, good morning. What's up, Daniel S? What, for actual first cut post? Oh, I can bump you up there for a few million, too, because you're always first. But, oh, look, my screen's already out. Did we ever... We can put you right under... Where are you, Ryan? Why are you not in this list? Did I just buy? You should be up here at the top. You know what? That will. Okay, Wes has 13.5 all time. Which I still don't know how he got. Oh, there you are. Damn. Cursor's in the way. Yeah, put a comma there. Yeah, put a comma there. Shit. Let's see. Why the hell we gotta fix this? Let's do this. What I want to know is how how dang Wes has 13.5 million all-time JBot points and only has an actual 6,220. Like, how in the ass did he do that? That's a lot of gambling, man. Anyway, we don't know what they're for. You may get them all taken away. That just keeps the two main troublemakers up there at the top. That way I can keep track of them. What's up, City Lock? Lock Leisure, you got a Freeman 2 just yesterday from your... So you bought a Freeman 2. You got $500, what, gift card or whatever? So then you paid the other amount for one? Ooh. You're going to learn your digits when you get that bad boy in. $50 for a Schlage Blue Pro Lock. Damn. Yeah, I would drive to get that too. CLK just being very friendly with their giveaways. Don't use the paper clip. I agree with that, but the paper clip does work if you need to. Jaw, obviously, is much better. Just now having 3 monthly scans. Ugh. Well, at least you're doing good. That's good. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to... Be right back. Ah, the old bitch finally left. Thank you, old bitch. Wes just can't handle points. I know, right? Jeez. What's up, Andy? From the UK. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. It's nighttime where you are. Yeah, it really just depends on how many SFIC you planning on doing. But definitely, if you like have over 1 or 2 jobs, then it's definitely worth it. My cardboard box, Kim's all irritated about that. She didn't know I was making that video. I was like, Wes got some secret commands. Yeah, I don't know how he did that either. I think he hacked my shit. Cardboard box. That was actually about a month and a half ago, and I was scrolling through some of my old videos, and I was like, actually, that was when I sent out the first batch of Lockforce door markers, which are available Oh no, the lockforce.store. Boom. They are all stamped. I'm still hand stamping them for everybody. Obviously not with Jason Tester because I hadn't tested most of these, but and still have a few store members to send out to. Nope, stop there. That's not all. I got more. I got plenty. Stop. What's up, Matt? Ugh, infection and then infliction. What's up, Hep Skibbity? Hey, pocket women. Scroll. Scroll. So that was like the first batch. I sacrificed it for y'all's door markers. The things that I give up for y'all's door markers. Wasn't my favorite. It was just a good old box, you know. Obviously the top had been cut off, but it's been here watching us for. And see, the thing is it's not just 25-year-old box to me. That was 25 years ago. Yeah, it's 2025. In the year 2000 approximately is when I got that box. So that's 25. But said box had been sitting in another place for X amount of years. X amount of years probably dating back to the 80s to the 90s. I would guess, given everything else, that it was circa, in the design of the locks that were in there, I would say circa. So not only, it was like let's just say a 40-year-old box. Probably got thrown out too. So sad. So sad. When I was going through my videos trying to clear my phone, because I've only got like 20 gigabytes left on my 500 plus gigabyte phone. Time to buy a new phone, right? I was like, I had some emotions about that again. So, yeah, I just had to post it. What's up, Alan? You pinning 3 IC cores today? I've not had to do that a lot, but one of my door guys has threatened me with like 40-something cores. He's like, LOL, do you have like 40 best cores? I was like, haha, I have like 300 best cores. He was like, oh, LOL, cool. I was like, however, that doesn't mean that it's going to be any cheaper. LOL. Haha. Frowny face. That was basically how that conversation went. Just because they have 300 doesn't mean they're cheaper than normal. Which actually they will be because they're original best cores and I'm giving them aftermarket core pricing. So, yeah, way cheaper. Going to get some caffeine. Long day of singing a dunk tank for your kid's birthday. Yeah, that's one thing I never did. We've rented, when ours were young, we rented, you know, the slidey water slide things, and those are fun, but it's definitely a long day doing that kind of stuff. Crawfish boil. Thank you for the link post, Wes. Appreciate that. Don't worry, folks. When he's acting in official capacity, he won't troll you like that. You have 2 S7s. You're gonna be an expert by like 2050. Was the box waxed? It wasn't, but it was a nice thick Baldwin. And it was a Baldwin box, so it was a historical box. 32 degrees in Merseyside, UK. That would be approximately 90-ish, 85 to 90. Does Jason know something about a conversion? Probably not, but I've heard through the grapevine that it's that hot over there too, so I kind of cheated with that. Between 85 and 90, right? I mean, if you got to put holes in doors, they are useful as hell. Doesn't matter whether it's a lock or handles. Like, that was the first thing my door guys that I gave them to. They were like, heck yeah, we use them for handles. Big old pull handles, and they just marked it at 2 3. I think he said they used the 2 3/4 because they're just pull handles. He's like, man, just boop, choo-choo. boop, to boop, to drill, drill, drill. I was like, well, there you go. Okay. Not just, it's just a door marker. It's not a lock marker, right? I mean, yeah, like, yeah, the box versus literally a plastic grocery bag that we have a gazillion of. Okay, we're not going to bitch about that. It's done. It's over. It's on the short. Aside from everybody, you should be upvoting it so I can. I already last night I was like, take him, take him, take him. Everybody agrees with me. Shut up. I was like, okay, fine. You got 22 terabyte on your phone. How you got like 22? I'm talking about on my phone. I got more. I got more terabytes. It's just a matter of getting it from the phone to the terabyte thing over there, which isn't there. It's back there. But yeah, no one will ever need more than 640K. No. This, I mean, do they make the thousands yet? Do the iPhone 16s come in 1,000 GB yet? I know if they do, they're probably like $2,000. Yes, I used a machine for a long time for all my A2 stuff. And it was a pain in the ass. So if you end up doing enough to warrant buying a punch, always buy the punch, right? I just never had it in mass quantity until somewhat recently, 5-ish years ago. Got a Schlage box that's over 30 years old. I got some Wiser boxes in the backs. You're gonna order the jaw. Hell, I don't even know. Well, my framing I got super cheap as part of an estate sale. That framing doesn't count. And I don't think I've got jaws to duplicate. No, that's Medico jaws. No, I never had them, but I also never cut. I also never cut them on the frame, and I cut them on the HPC. It's just easier. And yeah, it kind of sucked most of the time, but you did what you did. With you used the tools that you have to accomplish the mission, right? I am getting a ton of use out of that. I really need the Schlage version now. Thinking about getting a Schlage and a Quickset is kind of like a dual thing, but only if a few people who's been screwing around with bids decide to do their bid. And if they do their bid, then I'm definitely going to do that. You wish you had blue punches for everything. Give me that Y11, bitch. I'm not gonna, if I get that, it's gonna be really just for my master key systems. Like, we're just gonna, even if I have a Schlage blue punch sitting there right there, I wouldn't punch a key, the amount of keys that come in here to get, it's still gonna get duplicated, probably, unless it's an original key with the numbers on it, so you don't have to check it. But, and I will say, the one good thing about Schlage versus Quickset is, Quickset has a whole bunch of shit out there that may be wrong specs and that. Most of the Schlage stuff is going to be right. But you still have worn out keys that you're kind of like, is that a 5 or a 6? What the heck is this kind of key? It's a 4 3/4 key, So, just from what I found over the years, when you try to do good and always decode a key. Like, I say some locks, I never duplicate a key. I'm like, man, that would be great, but no, I'm not going to code cut every Y11 and master padlock. Try to decode it. You get these worn down keys where you're not sure whether it's a 4 or 5. And with Schlage, you've got a smaller gap than you do Quickset, so it's even harder. There's more of a risk of keys coming back almost always doing that. It's from what I found. Just long time. Me see long time. Me see long time not. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna send you a message. I gotta wait for them to make up their fucking minds. Yeah, I was gonna see. I'm definitely gonna if I do get one of the bids, which I don't know why they're waiting. Kind of hope they kind of wait into the fall for that project. I would like the Quickset to keep in the truck and the Schlage to keep here for master key systems. But I'm not going to quibble over it either. I mean, if I just get one, I just get one. I get two, I get two. I don't know. C123, yeah, that does help a lot, especially because C123s and well, it's not C's. The S's clamp like shit on this machine. I've weighed the verses on the Raitan versus the I think I would go, even if it's having to buy two different machines. I think I would go to two different machines. And then people say, what about the HPC punch? I don't know. It's always it just kind of looks like you could break the handle. I have a padlock sitting here that I've apparently misplaced the keys for. This is a GMS padlock that was sitting up there. I don't know what the hell happened to said keys. So, I'm going to list you real quick while I'm sitting here, because that was one thing oh, that's so messy. It's like, why are we so delayed right here? We need to go to this screen. It's so messy. Get back in there. You are not even supposed to be on this side. How did you even do that? Get back over there. You are getting very sad. You know what I'm going to do right now? This is... Oh, that just fell out. Okay, you go back in here. Yep, you can go there. I had to yank out my Weiser shim for something the other day. The last of its kind that I'm aware of. Okay, you are supposed to be over here. This is what happens when you have to open a lot of shit during the week. Okay, you go back to the... Alright, Lishy. You can get in there. I wanted to draw the center line for this guy real quick. I can do that now. Everybody always asks me about this guy. Never fails when I show it in a picking video. HPC does not make it anymore. In case you were wondering, it used to have graduations across here on a sticker that have long since gone away. And it's also got a short and a long peg. So that means the short normally went in the top. Was it going to fit in this guy? No. Short goes in the, where's that regular lock? Hell, I don't even have a lock sitting up here. Yeah, that's where it goes. The long goes in the top. I've used this thing for 25 or more years, and I still have yet to remember that the long goes in the top. Normally you would think, oh, the short goes in the top. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to regraduate it. Oh, hold on. I have a better idea. I have a better idea. Hold on. Farewell, sticker. You served your purpose for years. Now you're not doing nothing but making yourself look bad. So we are running on new Wi-Fi, y'all. Yay! Jason got a new router. And knock on wood, everything did what it was supposed to. Still getting a couple of cameras that are bugging out, but I think it's the cord. And since one of the two is over here on the side of the building, it's kind of hard to get the new cord up and out the window. Alright, so you get out of there. Yeah, you're gooey. Ooh, we do have to lubricate these things. I'm trying to be careful with it. Okay. You know what? Hold on. I'll be right back. Well, here. See what's going on in the whole wide world outside. Nothing besides contractors. Well, you know what? I don't need to put a dot on it anymore because I see once you peel the label off, that's where the roll pin is. So, as long as I remember the roll pin's up, which is probably the pin that holds the legs of the springs together there. So I'm just going to like put a V. Yeah, how about like that? Oh, I can see this better now too. Ooh, boop, 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 boop. Okay, that kind of looks awkward, but whatever. All right, let's give this a shot. See if it'll open this guy. What I'm curious about is why in the hell I don't have the keys for this sitting on the front counter. Did somebody steal my keys? It's getting a little sluggish. I think we're going to lube it. Ooh. Yeah, you needed that. We got goo coming out everywhere. Shit, hold up. That's all graphite. Hold on. You did not, because it's not there. Like a magician. I was not prepared to graphite myself today, and I had no idea it was so built up in here. I don't know why. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's see if that helped. I probably should have drawn on it after the fact, right? Okay, boop. We're just gonna rake it a couple of times with this guy. And get the actual locksmith stuff out of the way, because eventually I do need to sell this. I don't know why. Or who's... Would I have keyed this up and then just set it aside? No, I would have had it in the case up front. And it's a GMS lock body with a probably LSDA or GMS quickset core. I've got several padlocks up there with like Sargent, quickset, Schlag, stuff like that. And this quickset bad boy somehow got disappeared. And it was on the front. There's a lot of crap on the front counter. I always wonder when stuff goes missing from up there. Somebody stole that bitch at some time. Like, why would you grab a set of keys? What more than likely happened was the padlock got separated from its keys, and I walked by, and I vaguely remember seeing a set of quickset keys up there, and then I grabbed them and moved them. Grabbed them and moved them somewhere. Where that is, I don't know. All right, so the rake's not working. I'm going to switch to medium strength hook here. Either way, I'm going to lish it so that I can just cut the key for it and slap it up there. Kind of hard to pick and use my mouse at the same time. What's up, King's Classic? Matt's trying to get back to Saturday morning. I appreciate you for being here. Oh, Fred won something too? It is not here! It's been a minute since I've done a graphite video, huh? Also have this one sent in by somebody who saw a fucking video on YouTube. And you know, I was like, I got a picture like this. I can't see because of the chat. Hold on. Okay, well, this isn't working. We're going to switch to the Lishy now. What in the ass is going on? There we go. I got a picture like this. Here's my lock. I was like, okay, well, if the face of it is not centered, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, I'll send it right in. So that bad boy is gonna get a hole in it. It's gonna get a hole. Why am I picking up a pick? Right there on the side. Boom. Because it's a sidebar from 1947. All right. First cut felt like a 1 there. It went all the way down. Nope. Okay. Somebody, one of my subscribers, posted on a video, older video, about the design house. Speaking of quickset lishing, it's definitely a 1 in the front chamber. Start at the back here. All right, 5's not doing anything. That may be a 6 cut. 4's not doing anything. It's probably not 2 6 cuts at the end. But, never know. Anyway, somebody posted, I can't remember who it was now, but you just did this morning. If you're here, sorry, I can't remember your name, but 4 and 5 weren't doing anything. 3's acting super weird. Okay, 2 is showing as a 1, and 1 is showing as a 1. I don't believe it's 1 1 anything, but is it 0-bitted? It shouldn't be 0-bitted. I wouldn't have put it up there 0-bitted. I would have put it up there ready to sell with a set of keys. But design house locks, if you never run across them, they're made out of pretty much the shittiest pot metal that you could put in a cylinder. And they were like, hey, have you had luck lishing these? I was like, nope. It's doing the same thing this one does. Okay, 5 is still showing 6. 4 is showing 6. So 1 1 something 6 6. So that means it's got to be. Oh, there's a good click on 1. So shit, just opened. That is super weird. I was not expecting it to pop right there. So let's see what those cuts are. I then gone back and done 2 of the chambers. So we got number 1 is 2. Number 2 was really rough dropping down. So 2 4. 2 4. Boop, 2 2. I'm gonna go ahead and open the padlock. That way it lets off that spring pressure. Makes it easier. Alright, 2 4 5. Must have just nudged it with the thing to make it pop. 1. Okay, 2 4 5 1. 2 4 5 1 4. How the hell did that happen? 2 4. Yep. 2 4 5 1 4. Weird. I wonder how that even opened. 2 4. What did I say? 2 4 5 1 4. Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna cut it on the frame, but for Lock Leisure's benefit, but it's a much bigger pain in the ass to change out. What delivery is y'all? What delivery is y'all? Y'all got a rider reefer, a reefer rider. Uh, it's for mine. It's a much bigger pain in the ass to change out the wheel. It does have a standard wheel on there. I could have used that. So, my bad. Alright, I'm going to put this guy up. We've got too many lishies in here. I have yet to determine why I keep my American and my master in here, other than they just keep getting left in here. Oh, I gotta reattach my HUD keys. My HUD keys that do not get a whole lot of use anymore. These guys right here used to give me in half the houses in Jackson until they stopped letting you do that. For a while, it was like, key everything to one of these numbers. And then I guess they got sued, probably. It's the only reason things change. Or somebody smart enough came along and said, guys, this is a really bad idea to key every house in North America that's under HUD to the same 2 or 3 keys. Bad idea. Now it's, please make sure key, well, I hadn't done HUD in a long time, but when they changed it, it was, please make sure it's not keyed to, it was funny seeing that. I laughed about that. I was like, I literally got something that said, please make sure it's not keyed to one of these HUD numbers. Like, yeah. All right, is my Lycian gonna work? We're gonna leave the padlock open, so if it doesn't, we can just, okay, it worked, never mind. GMS padlocks. Let me give you all a little hint. I don't know about the current gen of them, but I've been amazed by these padlocks. I've been bedazzled. No, I haven't been bedazzled, but I've been shocked. I've been astonished. I've been astounded. I've been dumbfounded. I gotta get dumbfounded every day. Staggered, surprised, stunned even, flabbergasted. I'm totally coming up with these off the top of my head. Thunderstruck by how awesome these hold up in weather. Literally, honestly, I've had 50-something odd padlocks. 2 of them have had to be replaced in 20 years. Check the date, verified the date. Well, 19 and a half, whatever. 19 and a half years. Hanging outside, very rarely, some of them very rarely attended. One of them was so rusted up, I did have to get kind of physical with it. For its credit, it still worked after I physically got on it, but pretty awesome padlocks. I mean, I've never seen, aside from, and you know what, I was floored. I was speechless. I was bewildered. No, I wasn't bewildered. I was wonderstruck. They're pretty much just as good as Avis. I've had Avis that are even older, and I just found out by another agency came in getting extra keys made, and I was like, do y'all really use all those padlocks? I don't ever see y'all come in very often anymore. But dude, y'all bought like 300 padlocks. Do y'all still use them all? This is like 25 years ago. All Avis 8345s. Yeah, I think so. I think maybe we had to, cut 1 or 2 off. It was like, he said, but for the most part, all over the state, they're just doing their thing. It's like, damn. Go aight. Anyway, that's that. This guy. I'm gobsmacked. I'm shocked. I'm wide-eyed. I'm blown away that somebody wouldn't tell me this beforehand. Okay, enough thesaurus for the day. 1947, something, uses the B10 key. Gonna have to have a little tiny hole drilled in the side. Right there. Boop. Right. In fact, we'll go ahead and dot it. In case you're wondering. Boop. Put the hole right there. Boop. And it'll come right out after I swear and curse at it for a few minutes. Hard part's not getting it picked. Yeah, sidebar, big deal. Hard part's getting the bitch out. You know, that little poke hole. You're like, oh, just turn your key and poke the hole. Yeah, it never works out like that, all right? Never works out like that. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to turn the key and just poke the hole, but it's a bitch sometimes. GMS. I know, right? That's like, I would have never thought it. I was even back then, they were just coming out when I sold them. So however long GMS has kind of been selling in the American market with padlocks would be about how old those are. I was very hesitant. I'm always very hesitant selling a shitload of padlocks to somebody of a new variety. But for a key and knob padlock, I mean, man. The only thing is you can't switch out the. I'd still prefer the Avis because you can flip the. You can flip the. You can just buy extra shackles. These you have to buy. So that's I would hand in hand still Avis all the way just because you can replace shackles. Got to cut it off. Cut it off. Come in. I'll put a new free shackle if it's a regular shackle. I always tell customers, hey, if something happens, you can't get it open, just cut it off and bring it in, and we'll see what we can do with it. So, yeah, that's the only big problem about that GMS is they could switch shackles. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, pressure on sidebar, rake wafers. Yep, it's zoop 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 zoop. I'm I'm bowled over, blown away, filled with wonder, shaken up at how much they give stuff away. So that's one way to get people to your store. Yeah, the key retaining versus non-key retaining. That's another. I mean, there's Avis 8345. Nobody's going to be able to beat that. But for a decent padlock, I mean, they're there. Yeah, our humidity gives them corrosion. But again, I don't know why we chose these over Avis. I've been trying to figure that out because it was a Sargent keyway. And I know what it was. So you can get key and knob K and K, which you add your own one. I remember why I got it because they had them at the time. I needed like 60 padlock, 40 to 60. I can't remember how many. Between 40 and 60 padlocks. And they actually had my keyway Sargent already built in. So I will say the difference between the two. The K and you add your cylinder, just like the Avis K and add your cylinder, versus the built-in kind. There's two if you don't know Avis padlock. You can get them already keyed up to like a Yale or a Quickset or whatever. The common keyways. It's when you go uncommon is where you have to like use a K and add a core. It actually makes it a little bit more expensive. Well, I will say if you find a padlock in a keyway you need, like I did here with Sargent, they're awesome. When you do the K part of it, not so awesome. But if you're doing high security, obviously, you do have to do that. Yeah, you can put like any Schlage standard core. So most high security options at it. Personal use, I would still go. I like brass padlocks, so I'd personally always go with that. But I mean, these are nice, solid, beefy padlocks for sure. And they used to say GMS on them. They made them blank. What's up, Dean? Hey, Michelle, what's up? I was talking to you. For some reason, comments just got screwed up. Stop it. Yeah, I thought I was talking to. Well, I've got two conversations going on here. Yeah, that's what confused me. That and I hadn't had enough cold drip, which I'm gonna go ahead and take care of because I am upset, troubled, worried, distressed. Oh shit, we're on the opposite. No, I'm not. I'm not really distressed right now. That is an awful scary ladder you got up against the side of that building. Mississippi Cold Drip, available at mscolddrip.com. Best cold coffee ever. Jason, what in the HELL, because we don't cuss on this channel, at Canal, did I do with, here, y'all look outside. I gotta find this, right? I mean, it was here. I had key in my hand. I ground it down. This is a reenactment of what happened yesterday. Boop. Okay, hold on. Let me look on the desk one more time. Yep. Not here, not here, not here, not here. That which it should be. Okay, I did that yesterday before I left, and I didn't see it. So, all right, so boop, picked it up. And that came over here. I was like, do. Okay, the only other place it would be over here. But found it. Yay, Jason! So this guy is a plastic reproduction piece of lock right here. Anytime an antique lock has plastic in it, it's not an antique. Just FYI, in case you didn't know. So I had, if y'all saw that antique video I did the other day, or any of them, I always say cut the back of the key because blah, blah, blah. People are like, just grind the front of the key. I ground the fucking front of the key, okay? I cut it off and I did it. It's not going to be on video because I didn't want people to say, see, it's so much easier. So on this one, instead of going back, and that's only because it's super short. Super thin. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to do it that way. I didn't say it's not a good idea to do it. You can do it, but first time I've tried this. Oh, look at that. It works. Can't see around that plastic. That plastic is just like, I guess, what is that even in there for? Don't tell me that's the fucking spring. Oh my God. Are you for real? Oh, it's here separating. Look at that. And I didn't do it. Because the... Like... Okay, maybe it's not. Because both of them veer out. Like... But it is separated right there. God, what crap. What do you want? SE lock and key. Good. Yep. No, sir. We're only open in store on Saturdays. We don't come out. Huh? Please hold. And this person wanted 2 keys, so I gotta cut the other one. And get it back to him before it implodes here. Hey, Jesse, it's Jason. What's up? Oh. Yeah, I'm stuck in the shop. I wouldn't have been able to get over there. I just saw your missed call, though. Ah, look at you. Okay, I'll call you next time I need help. Yeah, that's true. I got a chainsaw here. All right, have a good weekend. Bye. That's just such shit. Why? This stamp folded. It's not even folded. It's just cheap riveted. It's not even attached up there up top. So in theory, once you slide it in the hole, it would squeeze it shut. I'm assuming that'll keep it together. But you know, the problem is with antique locks, when they self-separate, that means the shit inside is not being held still. Good Lord. Good Lord. All right, I'm going to squeeze it shut while I test it now just to make sure. But my key is perfect. There's still plenty of room for activities in there. Not even coming close to rubbing on the case. Look at that. Watch the flex. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm sure you can, but grief. Good grief. I've got like 15 to 20 green control cores. They just sit there patiently waiting to do their job one day. Like, do. You know, because locksmiths are the ones that pull construction cores. Almost always, in my case, I don't ever put in construction cores because most construction is done by the door guys and stuff. So, and then that's why I very rarely put in construction. I think in my life I could probably count on both hands the number of times I've physically used a construction core, and it was all because of construction. I was just like, here, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, most of the time we're taking them out, right, and putting in the correct cores. And I try very hard not to sell A anymore, too. Keyway. Oh, flood. Any of y'all around flooding? We didn't even talk about that last week, but what in the hell? There's North Carolina and Of course, Texas, which we all know about, but like North Carolina, it's that James Randolph. You're still here. What's up? What's going on? Don't go into any conspiracy theories, but oh, I know what's going on. It's the rainy season for most areas. It's just super bad this year, right? What's up, Lynn? Oh, construction course permanently installed. I know. I've seen them before too. It's like you walk by and you're like, that flash of green. You can't help but say, "Oh Lord, really? Take it out. Put in a rail core for the love of God." Well, it's been like that 20 years. Okay, okay, fine. Just leave it like that. I don't care. I got a key in my truck if you want me to go open it for you. Oh, you had a weather delay. Are you getting flooded too? Incoming. Hey.
All right. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
One just like this, or anything with a round head on this board, or that small board right there,
On these board.
or the little one right above it.
Or this one.
Yeah, but it's got to have that rounder shape head for it, so you'll see two different keys for each color. And the ones on the bottom row, only the carded ones if you want the shaped version.
Gotta be one for you, right?
Yeah, any of that shape head. So you got two shapes of keys. Yours is this one. So
Yeah,
that row, that row, that row, up on the bottom.
That round.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. So got a golden retriever and a paws on one side. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do it for you.
That's no good.
405. Need your receipt. Okay.
Oh, you know me if I come back up to.
Yeah, we know it's yours. Well, I'll do it. If not, there's whatever. Out of all that pocket full, you should have a nickel somewhere in there, right? Like I say.
I ain't better yet.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You keep.
Reminds me, I need a quarter. I got a whole pocket full over there. All righty.
If I need a key.
Yep. Have a good one. I have a few quarters now. Because here at SE Lock and Key, we only code cut keys. It would have been nice to have a punch then, huh? I'm just kidding. His was looking a little worn down. And it was one of mine, so I went ahead and did it. Because I know if I keyed it and gave him that key, then I know I used the right cuts. Other people, I don't know. But I know I did. I know I'm talking like this all of a sudden. Rude. How do you pronounce that? New Mexico's washed out of it. Somewhere in New Mexico's washed out as well. Reducio. Ruidoso. I'm hoping you misspelled that, Len. Here in Denmark, weather will never get extreme because the country is so small. Oceans, it limits the fast changes. Yeah, some of y'all are lucky and don't get to experience some of the crazy shit we see. Climate change is real! The glaciers are melting! Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, I was referencing earlier when I was talking about how it's not a great idea to decode all quicksets. All quicksets aren't created equal. Most schlags are created equal, not counting Amazon shit, but for the most part, it's just too worrisome to get it right. I've tried that for a while, and we had a lot of bringbacks, and I was like, no, that ain't gonna work. We're just gonna make sure that machine can do what it's supposed to do. Good machine. Keep up the good work. What's up, Bradford? Florida is hot too. I know. I bet you're worse in some ways than we are. I've been to many parts of Florida. If you're near the coast, you're cool. You're way better than us because we're not near that breeze. If you're close enough to a shore, you have a little bit milder, even though it doesn't seem mild. Because I've been during all time periods and spent enough time down in various parts of Florida to know. Yeah, the closer you get to the coast, it helps. Central Florida is a whole different story, but and speaking of hurricanes and wild weather, yeah, Florida gets it for sure. We've been having, I mean, knock on wood, you know, our area is very prone to tornadoes and shit. Knock on wood, we're having our normal, you know, afternoon. We always call it like the summer storms. It's the afternoon thunderstorms because it gets so fucking hot during the day, and then the sky gets irritated about it being so hot. I almost need a whiteboard for this. And then it rains, and then it stops, and then it gets hot again, and it turns it into a sauna. If you've ever been in a sauna, that's what it's like, honestly. Going in if you walk in from an air conditioned room to outside, it's literally like you walking into a sauna. Awesome. Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I would like it like 10 degrees less, but, you know, global warming. Tulsa Kings. We just started watching that again. We're trying to get through the whole series. What's his name? Rocky in Tulsa Kings, which I assume is filmed in Tulsa. So I'm assuming you probably get a lot of news on that. But they've been filming it for a while, so it's probably just humdrum now. Stillwater. Still have family in Tulsa. Okay to visit, but I'm not a big city guy. How big is Tulsa? How big is Tulsa? Population 411. Metro population 1,000,000. 1,000,000. Unemployment rate 3.1%. I don't think that bad at all. Damn. For comparison. Tulsa is twice as big. Wait, we're not. Okay, we're making sure we're in the right Jackson. Twice as big. 411. 143. Used to be much higher, but given how Jackson has been, Jackson used to be around 300. Let's put it that way. Unemployment rate 3.3%. I guess that's actually a pretty huge chunk. Of 1,000,000. Metro population. We don't have a metro population here. 47th largest city in the U.S. Pretty big town. And Oklahoma's big into oil drilling, right? Have I been through Oklahoma? I think I have. Where's Google Maps? I can't remember the route I took. If I went through it, it was... No, I don't know. Have I been to Oklahoma? Let's see Google Maps. Where is Tulsa? Maps. Tulsa. I mean, where in Oklahoma? Because Oklahoma's that funny little state with the pointy thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, I have been through Oklahoma. Come think about it. Have I? Going to Colorado? I think I did. I okay, where did I go? How did I get up there both times? We went up Arkansas through Little Rock, up 40. Yeah, I did go through Tulsa. Well, did I? No, wait a minute. Is that the way I went? I can't remember. I think I went two different ways. One time I went up to Memphis and went over. Still went through Little Rock. Went 40. What would have been the quickest path? And now I went through Kansas, which is boring as hell. So yeah, I guess I went 40 to 35. Yep, because I remember going through Wichita. Wichita. So I went I-55 to 40. Did 40 take me all the way to Memphis, or anyway, I-40, then hit I-35, 135 or whatever, and went up to that weird ass little highway. God, 70. I-70 going through Kansas is the most boring effing thing when you're in a U-Haul pulling a vehicle. Let me tell you, those hills, yeah, it's like get up to 70 going down just because there's the governor on the U-Haul, and then going up. Oh, somebody just got 800 million points. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, that can drive through Kansas sucked. And looking at the oil derricks was only interesting for the first, dozen. Then it's like, oh, look, there's another one. How many square feet of usable space do you use in the store? 112%. I've started going up. We live in a town, a population of 2,500. Yeah, that is huge. That's the big city right there. And they're still not even that big of a big city because they're only 47. But I've been carefully, tending to that stuff for. Oh, I'm still on the wrong screen. I've been carefully tending to that for a couple of years now. A couple of years. Do you stack stuff on top of that? Stack stuff on other stuff. Yeah, I've gone up as much as I possibly can. Nakatomi over here. I've still got some expansion room up here I've been thinking about doing, like rebuilding this with another shelf. But as far as floor room, no, I have absolutely no floor room. Woodville, Texas ranks 634th. I don't know what we're ranked, but Kansas to Colorado is a terrible drive because I've made that drive a few times and it's horrible. Even in a regular car, it's pretty horrible. It's just boring as F. Like the worst boring you could ever boringly come up with. At least we have trees in Mississippi, which is boring in itself, but it's green. Kansas isn't at all. But I will say, once you get on the border right there, like once you get to a certain point in Kansas and you can see the mountains off in the distance, then it becomes cool again. But that's not like because that means you're about to leave Kansas. No offense to you, Kansasians. Kansasians? Kansasians. Is it Kansians? Or would it be Kansasians? Or Kansasians? Or do we even do that at all? I would say Kansians. But that's probably not right. Well, my trips to Colorado was well before old electric shit cars out there. So, I don't know about all that. I'm sure nowadays it wouldn't be nearly as bad. Take a nap. Kansanites? Oh, is it Kansanites? Kansanites. Thank you for that. Kanzonians. You Kanzonians? I think I'm just going to call it that from now on. But Jason, that's not right. I don't care. I don't know how many people we have from Kansas here, but sorry. You're now Kanzonians to me. Up front today, we have nothing really. We've just got some deadbolts and crap that I've got out on the counter. Kansasians. Again, whoever that was that subscribed, probably from Kansas, like, I made a mistake. Did I ever make a mistake? Unsubscribe. Which tights? Which tights? I mean, we're Mississippians. So, Kansasians. I mean, Fred immediately backed you up with the same thing, so we're going to say Kanzonians. Because that's what they are, damn it. Look, I got a bottle of barbecue sauce here. Amazon just keeps dropping shit off at our doorstep. True, it's only a bottle of barbecue sauce, so somebody would have been like, I don't even like, look at that. Speaking of Kansasonians, is this even made in Kansas? Nope. Springfield, Missouri. Speaking of Kansasonians, do you like Kansas City barbecue sauce? Because I do like Kansas City barbecue sauce. I got you, man. See? See, I would never have Kansasonian City Classic barbecue, which y'all probably do not use at all, probably. Yeah, I just spilled my cold drip on my battery. That's not a great place to spill a drink. And now I got a coffee stain on it. Kansasonian City Classic. Wait, Kansas City is not in Kansas, is it? Fuck. Why do y'all do that? Is it? Isn't there Kansas, Missouri, or something like that? I don't know. I don't concern myself with Kansas that much. Yeah, there is a Kansas City, Missouri. I didn't think so. I was like, there's Kansas City, Kansas. Man, y'all are whack. You crazy Kansonians. You crazy Kansonians. And Missouri and Missouri and okay, we're not gonna go there. Do I want to cut this other key now and just be done with it? Yeah, I guess so. I don't have a let's go get a thing plugged up. Y'all want me to plug up a thing and cut a key? I guess we can. Please hold. I just realized that turns out it's not connected. I was like, why are the lights still light? Oh, because she was screwed up and didn't get reconnected. And somebody probably mentioned it. What the shit just happened there? Ah, crap. I had to go and screw with it, didn't I? Yes, yes. Refresh. Oh, it did work. I don't know why I didn't catch that before. That was just stupid. Okay, the lights are back. Why don't you go through everything y'all done? Hey, we could gamble, y'all. I've got two scratchers. Which one should I do? Left or right? $200,000 jackpot, $200,000 fortune. Fortune? Do I want a jackpot or do I want a fortune? One in my left hand was the jackpot, I think. I see left, left. My left was the jackpot. Right? Jackpot. Okay, we're going to save this for later. Out of there. Let's see if I win anything, and then we're going to move over there and cut a key real quick. We're going to use a dime for this one. All right. Matching your numbers. Win the prize. Reveal a money bag symbol. When the prize shown. Remember a dollar symbol. Win $50 instantly. Reveal a jackpot symbol. Win all 20 prizes shown. That's a lot. So if you get a jackpot symbol, you win all 20 prizes. Man, that would be pretty awesome. Oh, like 1 in quadrillion chances. I think it tells you on the back, but alright, so there's our lucky numbers. We've got 46, 36, 31, 16, 52, and 40. Do I have any of those numbers? 18, 60, 9, 15, 45, 41, 29, 14, 47, so close, 11, oh man, 8, bitch, 34, 61, get down to the bottom, 64, oh, I'm going to cry, 27, last line, 17, 53, 4, loser, you're a loser, loser, oh, you loser. 46, no. 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 Even though I hoped no. Man. Nope. Oh, so close. There were some numbers that were right above or below, but I didn't win shit. Total waste of $10. That's the chances you take. You always stare at it for a minute just to make sure. And sometimes I even keep them. I'm like, I can't believe this wasn't a winner. I can't believe I spent $10 on this piece of paper. I'm going to scan it just in case. Yeah, it's still not a winner. One of the numbers was 46. I got a 47 and a 45. Missed it by that much. And what would I have won? Just out of curiosity, if one of those two would have gotten it. $400 or $2,500. That's an odd number. Well, shit. I'm going to keep it just in case. I'll take them all back in and scan them, just in case I have like this brain white for some reason while I'm looking at it. He won't say he won, but there will be signs. Exactly. If y'all would have seen my eyes get real big just then, I probably would have faked it off as much as possible, but you've never been to a casino? I've been to a couple. I'm dangerous in casinos. Jack shit, exactly. Jackpot, assholes. Can't win if you don't play. I can't do slot machines in the casino. I can't actually even really stand to be around them. Actually, Wes can attest to this. Not that we've been in a casino together or anything. But, I mean, I'll throw a few dollars or whatever. I'd prefer my odds on a table. Like me being able to make a choice and not just dropping a quarter into a machine. Me being able to make a choice. Plus all them weird-ass machines. Like, you don't even know what the fuck's going on. It's like you're just putting money in and hitting max bet. And then all this, like, do. Oh, how did I even win that? What? It's just like slots. Here. Oh, did this work? Let's see. Slots. Let me see if that worked. Speaking of slots. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay, slots are now activated. Go ahead and bid away, and we're going to be cutting the key while y'all screw around with that. Blackjack all the way. The last one went in though, and I don't go to casinos on the regular, but the last one I went in, they had like the casinos here are kind of shitty and hard to get to. On the coast, there are a lot more different variations. But I went in one and there, but regular blackjack, I couldn't find a regular blackjack game for the most part. There was maybe one or two. They were all full. But like, there's like all these expansions. Like they all have all these new. Oh, you can do this and you can do that and you can do that. And it's like I just want 21. That's it. You've really grown to like roulette. I never got into roulette either. That's pretty hard to like, you got to do it a few times to get the hang of it. I don't know. I can't say I've ever done. Uh, have I ever? Yes. What I did was just put like black or red. I can't remember because I didn't really know what I was doing. I know if you put it on a specific number, that's like the rarest and the most value. So I was just like, no, for my first ever roulette play, I'm just gonna slap it on black or red, and I lost. And I was like, okay, fuck this. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of spam now. I know some of y'all hate that, but I'm gonna step away from the keyboard while y'all are spamming the chat, and we will rig up a camera. Actually, I already got it right there. I'm gonna leave this microphone over here on because it's just grinding noises. You don't want to hear that close up. Somebody won. Turns out I do need to flatten this down a little bit. And that's another reason. You still have to flatten it down. True, I don't have to bronze it on this side, so it works out pretty well, but you just got to make sure that's flat. All right, so I'm just trying to match up. That's why I compared the keys, because I'm just trying to match it up pretty much as close as possible to the other key. And how I did that was take this, and instead of doing it like this and then marking, because you have the separation of metal, the thickness of this, it's just easier for me to go boop. All right. Hold it in position. It's I can't do it here. I've actually got to set it down to do this. So you get in there. And what I probably did was measure it, since it's automatically flexing out that other key. I didn't squeeze it because I really didn't pay attention to it at the time. So honestly, it needs to be squeezed while I'm marking it. I'm going to cut that right about... Oh no, this one's running out of ink. Just on the... Okay, now squeeze it down. Yep, I need to go even further in. Beep, 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 beep. Finally. Finally, and where's my other one? I had two of these. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Still think it's running out. Running out of juice. Alright, so we're gonna cut. Yeah, looks like. It was so horrid. It's like just on the inside of the line. But I'm going to cut it a little bit wider to take care to, because I got to file it down. Instead, you're going to cut flat. I'll show you why. Oh no, my feet are tied up in the middle of this. I'm back. Yep. All right, bye, Elgato. Actually, we can just move Elgato over here. Let's go ahead and bring up the Bajizzy. You can't even see me in the Bajizzy cam. All right. Oh, bye, Bajizzy. Is the Bajizzy cam working? It is. Guess we could rotate Bajizzy. Okay, once again, if I turn the camera volume on, all you're going to hear is a very high-pitched squeal, so I'm going to do that now. there it is. Okay, I'm gonna actually turn it down now. We're gonna yell. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because of this. So the problem is see up here, this guide, it hits the key when you go, so it only cuts it down to the barrel. Contractors are such pieces of shit. Like, why? You've been told. You know. I can't wait till they get the fuck out of here. So, now I gotta cut that off. Which I can grind it off. With the grinder. Which I'm not gonna hook back. Oh, y'all are winning. He's gonna pull into that motherfucking spot and take up just like he did this morning. Please, somebody take that. Thank you. Thank you for taking that spot. I probably need to do this to this key too, but I'm actually gonna use the file to bring it down. Please park in our parking lot so I can tow your ass. I wouldn't even bother coming to get you. cookies. Most of them are cookie runs. Oh, Lord. What? Start shit, you little prick. He came up to the door to say something. Fuck you and your painter buddies. Didn't say shit to anybody else because they're paying customers, not stupid shithead contractors. I think that's what he said. I ain't saying nothing to anybody else. It's because bro's getting a cookie, not fucking sitting here all day. Alright, so reamer, that's one of the other problems with grinding the tip is the hole gets all wonky. So I have a reamer for that. Ew. I've still got a little lip, so I'm going to file that a little bit more with a bigger file. I know, I meant to say where he parked. Please park in my parking lot. Oh, it's laugh so hard. Come on now. The new settings in my router let me assign more resources to certain things. So I got to play around with that because I want to assign more resources. But the question I have, y'all, with routers. All right. So here's the deal with Wi-Fi routers. Like, and I thought about this. Why don't they make, I know, okay, so I know there's a lot of IT people here. And I'm sure you're going to be like, well, you got to do this and this and this. So, but here's the question for like base routers. So when you go to buy a router, you're like, ooh, get Wi-Fi 6, get Wi-Fi 7, get Wi-Fi 1. Oh, that looks good. Get Wi-Fi 100, whatever. The highest numbers. Well, dual band, tri-band. So the question I have is, nope, wrong file. What did I do with my little file? What did I do with my little file? Not my little file. If they know, if router companies know that everybody uses 2.4 for their cameras, and everybody has a lot of cameras, why are they so focused on giving you tri-band in 5G or 6G or whatever they want to call it? Why aren't these router companies just going, hey, there's so many devices out on 2.4, we don't think you need 15 bands of 5G. Because honestly, still to this day, most of us are only running 5 or 6G, 5G. So we're going to give you an extra band of 5G. And it comes, and you've got 30 devices on your system that are 2.4 and 5 devices that are 5G. So where do you need to have the separate built-in bands or whatever? I know some of you IT guys are like, well, this is how you do it. I'm just talking about on the simple. Like, I feel like it would make more sense if they're going to sell a tri-band or a quad band or whatever they come up with next, that they give you, that you can easily do the multiple. I don't know. Maybe I hadn't dug through it enough to figure it out. It may be there. I don't know. But like, you only have one band of 2.4, and then you have, if you get tri-band, that means you have 3 bands, and you got 2, a 6, and a 5. Like, why don't you get an extra 2.4? We need an extra 2.4. That's how I feel. What's the difference between your last roll and Jimmy's last roll? Said to get 5, not 6, and switch to Verizon. It doesn't even work. Well, I got a Wi-Fi 7 with dual band because with 2.4 there are only 3 channels not overlapping. 1, 6, and 11. I don't know. I want tri-band with extra built-in. I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't had it long enough to really go through and like start tweaking things. I have isolated some of the stuff so that, you know, keeps them more protected or whatever. So I did that already. That was the first thing I did. But all right, y'all are gonna be done here. Everybody, get your jellies off. We're done spamming. We're done. Let me make one more bet here. What do we got? 5,500. Yeah, see, lock and key. We don't come out to make car keys like that. You need a copy of a key, or have you lost the existing keys? Yeah, so you'd have to have somebody come out. We don't do that. We don't come out to make car keys. No, sir. Thank you. If I have to say it 15 different ways. Always one more. Did I win? Oh, shit, I lost. Okay, that's it. Y'all are done. Enough spam in the chat with... is there any other tweaks that I could do that before? Could I get rid of something? Not really, and make it playable. And stop. Sorry, y'all. You're done. Oh. So, funnily enough, Devania, DK, so, yes, Drift King. Drift King, yes, that's, actually, funnily enough, my old router is still, I kept everything the same so I wouldn't have to reset everything again. But, my old, one brand's, what do you call it, wireless access point, Wi-Fi access point, is still plugged in over here and it's still working. So I guess it works with the different brand. I don't know if I want to cross-contaminate each other like that because I'm sure with the new router I have, their brand would probably work better, but it's still working, so I'm actually going to connect those cameras to that. So, all right, Zach, you have a good one. We are just about to wrap it up for the day. It is time. It's that time of day. Let's go ahead and bounce to the disassemble screen. I can't wait to tell this jerk off that I could give two F's about his concerns. Oh no, stop. Where'd my, there it is. I was like, where'd my damn streaming setting thing go? Oh, chats are going wild. Why did it do that this time? Who knows? But it did. Oh, I know why, because the setting was messed up earlier. Yeah, so that's why that happened. I ain't gonna call the cops. Call his fucking employer. SE lock and key. No, ma'am, we don't. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for being here, Ian. I'm glad you could be here for the full live. I appreciate you. As always. Let's go ahead and get disassembled though. Worst time of day. I'm not going to wish you ill, especially when a really tall ladder's concerned. You just... That's fine over there, bro. I ain't coming to help you. Locksmith, disassemble! What's the saying? Wouldn't even pee on you if you were on fire? Oh, we never tried those keys, did we? The one key. Ooh, that one works good. All right, we'll squeeze it. Squeeze! Still works squeezed up. All right, 1 key, 2 key, 3 key, 4 key. There's a little ridge in it that I'm... Yeah, I gotta get rid of that ridge. There it goes. It's a quality of life thing for me. Even though I really don't care about the future life of these keys once they're out of my hands, but can't have no ridge. Perfectly rounded. Perfect. Not as perfectly rounded. Let's give you a little... better. It's a key whistle. All right, one more try. I had to make sure this part was smooth. Had a little bitty ridge left on it. Oh, this was really good. God, that's sweet. For such a piece of shit lock, that's super sweet. Oh, they made it even better. Both of them are better. Wait a minute, why are you trapping the key? Oh, Oh, you're not. That's just me being stupid. Okay, go back this way. Choop. Yeah, I think I want to round this one down a little bit more. Big. Ooh, much better. I can already tell it's much better. Sweet. I think I'm going to take me a stroll around back. See what's going on back there. Make sure that parking lot's empty. Okay, we are done with this one. I guess I'm going to call the customer, tell them they can come get their stuff. You know, I guess I could dip it. Just to get rid of the front. I think I'll do that. I'll be right back. Hold on. Well, I'm just going to go. We're just going to go. I'm going to go dip this in blue. Y'all saw the video. If you didn't, it's up there. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to go do that and then clear off the table here. Put some stuff where it needs to go. Go check the back parking lot and hope that I can tow somebody. God, I laugh so hard. I'll put a video online if I get to. Almost did it last night with somebody different. I just put a nice note on the window. I said, "You're lucky that I'm putting a nice note on your window." Or not so nice note. Be very lucky that you just got a note taped to your window. Otherwise, you could be trying to find your vehicle that just got towed because you parked in a private parking lot. I could only hope. Because I am absolutely not going to go inform him he's about to get towed. I'm going to tow that bitch. Just like they know they're not supposed to park in the walker spot. Did he? Yeah, he did. He moved his truck over to the walker spot. Okay, that's where he went. It's not over. That's why I keep talking about it. I know he's going to come start some shit later. We'll get a recording of it regardless, though. I see his truck is in the walker spot. Like, you're parking right there in front of your little place, bro. Keep your shit in your spot. Okay. End screen. We didn't disassemble, though. What? Yeah, we did. Forgot. We disassembled. Shit. Time to go. Y'all have a great weekend. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to forget to, last week I kind of forgot to actually end in the live. I'm not going to forget to do that this weekend because I was like a little embarrassed. Oops.